What's up everybody, Jay here back with another video. Hope everyone's having a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today I have for you some Womet-Tech Evo Shorty Levers that we will be installing on the 2019 Yamaha MT09. I did a very similar install video like this on my Yamaha R3, and I'm kind of going to do the same thing here. I'm going to take some before and after measurements of the lever positions, so that way you guys have an idea of what to expect if these are a lever set that you might be looking at. I'm in no way, shape, or form affiliated with Womet-Tech. I just think they make some really great quality products at very competitive prices. So if you guys are looking for some cool upgrades for your motorcycles, check them out. So we're going to start off on the brake lever side. Now the factory brake lever on the MT09s is adjustable, so it does give you some fair amount of movement forward and back. Now I'm going to take some measurements for comparison for when we install the Evo Shorty Levers, and I'm going to take a measurement with these set at 1, which is the furthest setting from the grip, and set at 5, which is the closest setting to the grip. And I'm going to take those measurements from the front of the lever to the center of the grip, both here and here. So on 1 here we are at 3 1/4, and we're gonna call that 4 1/4. Set these to 5. That's 3 inches and 3 1/2. Now to remove the brake lever, there's this pivot pin right here that we are going to use a flat tip screwdriver to hold the head of, and then 10mm nut here on the bottom. Now that the nut's off, we can back out the pin, just like that. The lever is off. Now when you install this lever, the face of this part right here, you want to make sure is going to contact this switch, and there's a little pocket right here in the lever that you want to make sure that this pin for the piston goes inside of. Now before I install the lever, I'm going to take this general purpose lithium grease, apply a little bit to the tip of this pin for the piston, and apply some to the pivot pin for the lever. And just a little bit, you don't need a whole lot. And then I'm also going to take some grease here and put it on the surface of this lever that makes contact with these little ears that stick out. Put a little bit there. There. That's good. All right, now as you slide this new lever on, you just want to make sure that this pin that sticks out for the piston goes into that pocket for on the lever. And then once you get that started, you're going to have to apply some force towards the bike. Get our pin started. Get this pivot pin run down. Wipe down some of this excess grease that I got sticking out. All right, now before we put this nut on, just make sure that this pin sticking out for the piston is in the pocket where it's supposed to be, and that this switch is making contact with the face of the lever here. So our switch contact here is good. Our piston pin is in this pocket on the lever, so we're gonna go ahead and put the nut back on. Now this nut, it's a self-locking nut, so I'm not going to put any Loctite on it, but if you want, feel free to put some blue Loctite on that. And just snug that nut down. It doesn't have to be super tight. That's it. Lever's on. Functions. So let's take some measurements real quick. So we're going to start this measurement off on the max setting, so the furthest away from the grip. Here we are at 3 1/4 and 4. Minimum setting. We're going to call that 2 3/4 and 3 1/4. As far as adjustability, these do get you a little bit closer to the grip. I'd say about 1/4 inch closer to the grip on the lowest setting as compared to stock. 1/4 inch might not be a lot, but if you've got small hands, then that 1/4 inch makes a big difference. Okay, so now over here on the clutch side, we're going to take some measurements again for comparison. And if this shorty lever for the clutch is anything like the one that I put on the R3, then as far as adjustability and bringing this lever closer to the grip, we may not get any more movement towards the grip, but we'll see when we get there. So starting out here, I'm going to call that 3 inches there, and we're going to go with 4 1/2 there. The first thing we're going to do when removing this lever is I'm going to loosen up the clutch cable. We're going to take this metal spring clip right here and take pressure off of this, it's kind of like a nut. And then once you can pull back on this, take pressure off that, we're going to rotate it forward towards the front of the motorcycle, and that'll take all the tension off of the clutch cable. And you just want to run that in just enough to where you can get some slack on that clutch cable. Now before you adjust this, just make sure you take note of where it's at. I actually marked the threads off with a Sharpie before I loosen this up, but I have my clutch adjusted to where I like it, so it's always important though to make sure you have it set to the manufacturer's specifications. You should find those in your owner's manual. The next thing we're going to do is this pivot pin or pivot bolt right here. There's a 10mm nut on the bottom side that we are going to remove. Now because this is one of those bolts that has like kind of like a keyed bolt. You don't need anything for the top, just put downward pressure on that. We're going to take the pivot pin out, and then you want to make sure that this nut type thing here, there's a slot on the front of it. You just want to make sure that that is lined up with the slot in the lever and the mount that holds it, so that way you can get the cable out. You want to pull that cable out through there, and then gently work the lever out. Then rotate that around so you can get the cable out. All right, now that we got the clutch lever off, there's this bushing right here on the inside of this lever that we're gonna wanna make sure we remove, because we're gonna reuse this on the new one. Now before installing this bushing in the new lever, I'm gonna make sure I put a little bit of grease on it, get that installed into the new lever. One other important note, when you're installing this new lever, this switch that comes out, it's made of plastic. It will break if you're not careful. So as you're sliding the new clutch lever into place, make sure you're being very mindful of that so you don't break it. And then also the face of the lever right here does have to contact that switch once it's fully installed. Now I'm gonna add a little bit more grease to this surface right here that makes contact with the inside of that clutch lever housing. So we're gonna add some grease there. Just make sure we get it good on both sides. Now we're gonna take our clutch lever and our cable and install the cable back into the lever. Then rotate that lever around, making sure it gets fed through that slot. And then as you're sliding this new lever into place, you want to be mindful of that switch we were talking about. Right now I'm using my thumb to kind of hold it down so I don't accidentally break it off. And then now that I got the clutch lever in place, I'm gonna make sure I put a little bit of grease on this pivot pin before I stick this back in. Now, like I said on the brake side, this is a self-locking nut, so I'm not gonna put any Loctite on it or anything, but feel free to do so if you would like. Just make sure as you're tightening this down that you're keeping pressure on the top of the pivot pin. Make sure this is good and snug. So that's in, and just want to double check one more time. That little switch we were talking about, it is making contact with the face of this part on the lever, so that's good there. And then now I'm going to tighten up my clutch cable back to where I had it marked off before. Again, make sure you guys are adjusting this so it is within manufacturer specifications. And all right, now that I got my clutch cable tightened back up, I just want to make sure everything, moves properly and I don't have any like creaking or binding or anything weird. And that looks good. So let's take some measurements and see where this one sits. All right, so with this adjusted at its furthest setting, we're gonna call that 3.5, and then call that one 4.25. And then at its closest setting, we are gonna call that 3 inches and 3.5. So if you remember before on the factory lever, our distance right here is about the same, about 3 inches, but here on the, obviously this lever is shorter, but right here at this point we're at 3.5. On the old lever we were at 4.5. So yeah, at the closest setting, it does help bring like the middle of this lever, closer to the grip. I know it's a shorty lever and we didn't quite measure the center portion of the old one, but I know it does indeed bring at least this part of the lever closer to the grip. So if you do have smaller hands, then this might make it a little bit easier and more comfortable for you to grip that clutch lever. All right, guys, well, that does it for this video. As you can see, the Womet-Tech Evo Shorty Levers are definitely a great upgrade, both aesthetically and functionally. I definitely love the way these look compared to factory. And I like that they're obviously, shorty levers, because I typically just use 2 fingers to operate my levers. And I hope the measurements helped as well. So that way, if you guys are thinking about getting these, you have an idea of what to expect if you go this route. Thank you again so much for tuning in. If you found the video helpful, make sure you guys hit that like button. But until next time, peace.